In 2024, the world seems more connected than ever, with countless destinations waiting to be explored. But what if we told you there are places where your US passport might do more harm than good? Imagine booking your dream vacation, only to discover that your arrival is anything but welcome. Why are some countries closing their doors to Americans this year? Is it political tension, cultural clashes, or something else entirely? Join us as we reveal the top 10 countries where Americans are not welcome in 2024. Places where you might want to think twice before planning your next trip. Number 10. Following the tragic death of Otto Warmbier, an American student detained in North Korea, the US government imposed a travel ban to the country in 2017, which remains in effect. This ban underscores the extreme risks involved in visiting North Korea, including the regime's strict surveillance, potential for arbitrary detention, and lack of diplomatic relations. For those few who manage to enter with special permission, every movement is closely monitored, and any misstep can lead to severe consequences. In 2024, North Korea remains firmly off limits, a place where Americans are decidedly unwelcome. Number 9. Relations between the US and Iran soured after the 1979 Iranian Revolution and the subsequent hostage crisis, and they have remained strained ever since. Iran continues to be a challenging and risky destination for American travelers in 2024. Deep-seated geopolitical tensions have escalated, leading to heightened scrutiny and potential danger for US citizens. Americans face significant barriers, including the risk of arbitrary arrest and detainment on politically motivated charges. Additionally, the lack of diplomatic relations means consular support is extremely limited, leaving travelers vulnerable. Navigating Iran's complex and volatile environment is fraught with risks, making it a place where Americans are far from welcome. Number 8. Venezuela. The US government has imposed a travel ban due to the country's ongoing political and economic turmoil, rampant crime, and deteriorating social structure. These factors pose serious risks, including the potential for arbitrary detention, violent crime, and civil unrest. Additionally, obtaining a visa is challenging, and those who do enter face constant threats to their safety. With limited resources and consular support, Venezuela has become an inhospitable environment, making it a destination where Americans are decidedly unwelcome and unsafe. Number 7. Ravaged by years of civil war, Syria is a hotbed of conflict, terrorism, and humanitarian crises. The US government has imposed a travel ban due to the extreme risks involved. Americans risk being caught in ongoing violence or targeted for kidnapping. The lack of security, deteriorating infrastructure, and collapsing healthcare systems make safe navigation nearly impossible. With no stable government control in many regions and extreme risks at every turn, Syria is a place where American visitors are not only unwelcome, but face life-threatening dangers. Number 6. The US government advises caution when traveling to Saudi Arabia due to the kingdom's strict interpretation of Islamic law, which requires American visitors to navigate a web of cultural and legal restrictions, including dress codes, gender segregation, and limited freedom of expression. Even minor infractions can lead to severe penalties, and misunderstandings of local customs are common. While the country is technically open to tourism, the rigid societal norms and the potential for legal issues make it a destination where Americans might feel unwelcome or uncomfortable, especially if unaware of the cultural expectations. Number 5. Rising geopolitical tensions and a climate of suspicion have made Russia increasingly inhospitable to American travelers in 2024. The deteriorating US-Russia relationship has led to heightened scrutiny and surveillance of American visitors. Instances of Americans facing accusations of espionage, resulting in detainment and complicated legal battles, are becoming more common. The risk of arbitrary enforcement of laws and the pervasive atmosphere of distrust make Russia a challenging and potentially dangerous destination. For those considering travel, the potential for being caught in the crossfire of international politics makes Russia a place where Americans are not particularly welcome. Number 4. The US government strongly advises against all travel to Somalia in 2024 due to its extreme instability and danger. The country is plagued by ongoing conflict, terrorism, and lawlessness, making it extremely risky for US citizens. The high likelihood of violence, kidnapping, and piracy is compounded by a lack of adequate healthcare facilities and essential services. With virtually no infrastructure to support tourists and the constant threat of harm, Somalia is a place where Americans are not only unwelcome but face severe, life-threatening dangers. Number 3. The US government has issued a strong travel advisory for Yemen in 2024 due to its severe humanitarian crisis and ongoing conflict. The country is mired in a devastating civil war, with widespread famine, disease, and violence impacting daily life. The high risks of being caught in crossfire, kidnapping, and other security threats make travel extremely dangerous. The deteriorating infrastructure and lack of medical facilities further compound these dangers. With such severe conditions and the constant threat of violence, Yemen remains a location where Americans are strongly discouraged from visiting. Number 2. The US government has imposed travel restrictions on Cuba in 2024 due to ongoing political and economic issues. Recent changes in US-Cuban relations have led to renewed restrictions and limitations on business activities. American visitors may face bureaucratic hurdles, restricted access to certain areas, and difficulties with local services. The strained diplomatic relationship also means limited consular support in case of emergencies. While Cuba's vibrant culture and history remain appealing, navigating the complex travel landscape and dealing with potential restrictions make it a less straightforward destination for US citizens. Number 1. China presents a complex and increasingly challenging environment for American travelers in 2024. Rising tensions between the US and China have led to heightened scrutiny and surveillance of US citizens, with potential legal and diplomatic complications. Travelers must navigate stringent laws on freedom of speech, internet use, and public assembly, with violations often resulting in severe consequences. The pervasive surveillance state and potential for arbitrary detention create an environment where Americans might feel unwelcome and at risk. As political and security concerns escalate, China remains a destination where American visitors should proceed with caution. As you plan your travels in 2024, it's crucial to stay informed about the challenges and risks in certain destinations. While the world offers countless amazing places to explore, some regions may pose significant dangers or restrictions for American travelers. Choose wisely to ensure a safe and enjoyable journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Vacation Diary for more travel tips and updates.